Good morning and welcome to the Lineup Sports Show on NBA TV with me, Mr. Ashite. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Rash, and then we have our usual guest, Andy, and then a very beautiful guest as well, Machina Che, but Namian, welcome. Nana, how are you?
I'm fine.
Why are you laughing?
How are you? I like your jersey. It's like you're ready to win a Champions League.
Come again?
You're ready to win a Champions League.
Oh, I wouldn't say ready to win the Champions League, but I'm ready to win the Premier League.
So why not the Champions League? Mufisa.
See, when you say Mufisa, but like, see the Dinamo Champions League. You can't go off for like 4 or 5 years
and expect to win a Champions League. Makes sense. Yeah.
But the Premier League and the every year before, Doctor.
Boss, I'm good. I will be on here.
Boss.
Oh, Charlie, I want to hear you.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie, I need to Sonic.
All right, I shall for Nana Chan, Dr. Rash, and then Andy is in the studio with me here. Today we have exciting stories. I call Black Queens know that qualification playoffs on the ball against Ecuador. They are run up also in the African Cup boy, also bring you transfer stories. Now Dr. Rash, any and then so the influence Manyama Abreu. And I chanwa and maybe some Real Madrid in same deal cost how are they going to blend in with Vinicius, Mbappe, ni play or sign players, Basa B. Shenya, I bet try your bar. Oko Jingra photo your bar, Nadi, Jumadiano, Ashes for mom, your basis here.
Hello, welcome to Serenity Haven Spa. This is your reminder to pause. At Serenity Haven Spa, we don't just do treatments, we create calm, premium spa experiences here in Accra. You deserve rest. Book your glow today. Here at Serenity Haven Spa, We provide services like massages, pedicure, manicure, body scrub, facial, waxing, acrylic nails with beautiful designs. We are located at Oyarifa. You can call or WhatsApp us on 054 163 9802. 054 163 9802. We can't wait to see you all. Bye.
All right, welcome back to the Lineup Sports Show with me, Mr. Ashte, Dr. Rash, Javier, Andy, and then Nana Echam. And the topic we are come to talk about Arsenal if they can defend their Premier League title. Because Premier League no any easy start. I know over the years United has done it, sitting so high, but can Arsenal do it with the likes of Pepper on the Premier League? United are also hungry to win the Premier League this season. Liverpool super say onusu oye then onto me NG Premier League mid after club any and slot any GNO, can they also be in the context for the Premier League title? Also, we'll talk about the crazy transfer window. Net players for players wired team. Yeah, top players 140 million. United, yeah, and Tosa what I say, yeah, 30 players, average players, one season wonder players. Now I got 120 United. I think that he knows what he's doing. Yeah, unlike other clubs now, more top players 120 million. Make say, oh, yes. Also, we're talking about Manchester United. Are we really back? Somebody said me and me answer. Are we really back? Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back. Also, we also talk about the Black Queens, obviously. Yeah. Doctor, is United back?
United, you already said you are in the best position to let us know whether you are back or not. Manchester United is a club I like in a way.
You like in a way? What's not to like about Manchester United?
Obviously, they are not my club, so I can't like you fully. So when I say I like you in a way, that's okay. But then I believe there's a lot to do with respect to the phrase you used, you are back. When you say you are back, it means a lot. But with how things are going now, Manchester United, I can't really pinpoint. And I mean, like I said, United is really back. Looking at transfers on money and all that. If they were only playing domestically, I wouldn't have a problem. I would have said, okay, probably they are back. But they are going to Europe as well. And looking at how Europe will be this season, it won't be easy in Europe this season. Most of the clubs are really strengthening their squad and all that. And United so far, I think the household names we know is only two. Sometimes household names doesn't play the football, we understand. But then when you're going to Europe, you really need good legs and experience to be able to contest both Europe and domestically as well. So they can be back, but I am not sure they are actually back. Yes. Oh, you can be back.
Nana?
Yeah.
People are talking about United that we are not making transfer and all that. Do you think it's like we should make transfers in as much as maybe we've not seen the right fit? We should rush in making those transfers. For instance, last season like this, we were in a rush to sign Carlos Baleba because he had a very good season the previous season for Brighton, and then they tagged him 120 million, and then he said no, we won't buy Baleba for 120 million. This season, last season, watch his matches against clubs for Brighton, you could see there's a vast difference in his performance.
Yeah.
So do you think we made the right choice by not signing Baleba, and also this current transfer, we are taking our time to get the right fit for the team?
Honestly, I don't think I am in the right position to really answer you because I'm not really into the English Premier League. I am more at the La Liga side, right? But to even answer your question, say, was it right I did not sign Carlos Baleba? I can't really pinpoint for sure. Because what you said is very true. At that time, he was like really a hot cake. Like, we won like 120 because he was really in his prime. But then last season, we don't really see him do much. So you may say, so okay, I think they were right about not signing Carlos Baleba. But with regards to you needing new signings for United, I cannot really pinpoint for sure. I cannot really pinpoint. I think that it's not really necessary to sign players before the start of a season. I mean, people are doing it. But then Osha squad now say, okay, if there are some, let's say, dots to cross some T's or dot some I's, and if you need them, yeah. But then if not to, I think it's okay. But I'm more interested in the question you asked Dr. Rash about you being back. If we're to have this conversation, let's say a month or two into the EPL, I would have given like a very definite answer. Meaning, but it is too early to say that United is back. Why? Because of what? Friendly matches.
Well,
I take them serious. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
You know, let me use Real Madrid as an example. Oh, I cannot help it. The thing is, our match against Fiorentina made me know that in as much as we have more hands on deck for our backline, we still have like Iwe Jumaye. Because it's like, it is becoming something like Real Madrid cannot win a match without conceding, and it doesn't make sense. So now I know for sure, say, moving into the season, we need to have lots of job done at our back. So yes, friendlies prove as a mark to know that how are you starting your season. But however, I think it is too early to say that United is back because of what? Your matches. And then this
not because of our matches.
And you struggle to even get clean sheets, for crying out loud. Okay, besides Wrexham, what have you really done so far? It's too early to say United is back. But I'm trusting Carrick to do a good job anyways.
Why is it that I feel attacked so?
It's not about attack. I just feel like it's too early to talk about you being back.
The reason I'm asking we being back is that during the week, Dr. Rashid Campbell with me, we had a press conference with Michael Carrick and then some of the squad. And then you could tell from the vibes in the dressing room, and the players believe, they told Michael Carrick categorically that they are in to compete for the Premier League this season, and then they can win it. They are sure they can win.
My dear, everybody, even Tottenham.
Previous years,
no, even Tottenham
you can even
is going to win.
And it'll be like, oh, we are still beating on some areas. And then you could tell if you watch our preseason, if you really follow our preseason, in as much as we are conceding, as you said, you could see a lot of improvements. The likes of Andre Santos coming in, Rui Tielemans also coming in. You could tell that we are playing. The only place I think we should strengthen as a United fan is our left back, and then maybe one or two central midfielders to support, Bruno Fernandes, and then Rui Tielemans or Menu and them as well. That is the players I would like to that's the areas I would like them to strengthen. So me talking about, or me asking that, are we back? And I'm going to say, no. It's not like, it is coming from the players themselves that they have that belief in themselves that they are really back and then they can compete against Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
You know, the reason is that Pep Guardiola and Obi Disturbia, the mastermind is not there again. Yeah. I say. Now Mikel Arteta
I think you are saying this because of how the season went for you at the latter part. Yes. I mean, prior to Michael Carrick, you were literally in shambles. So I think whatever they said in the dressing room is based on what happened at the latter part of the season. That saw you qualify for Champions League for the first time in a while. So I think that is because of how you ended your season. It's what is giving you the morale that indeed United are back. But I'm going to say next week never should be.
All right, Andy, what's your input in all this?
Yeah, I think when it comes to United, clubs of this nature, the pressure is very high. Because if you look at last season, for instance, Ruben Amorim, Nana Swording, he was more of a three-back system coach. Yeah. And in England, you can't come and play certain formations there. Get Amma people out. He went out and in came Michael Carrick. And you saw what Michael Carrick did. He went back to the Alex Ferguson days. Yeah. Just giving the players the basis, making sure that they play in their rightful positions. And I think that was the magic killer for Manchester United throughout the season. I was very happy for them. So if the players are saying they can win the Premier League this season, then I think if they do the right thing, they can. Because in England, your first 15 matches, if you're able to do well, the meaning that you can win the league. But for now, you can say it, but you do pack in the SWA. And I like what United have done this season. They've signed players from the Premier League, Tielemans and Andre Santos.
Yeah.
Because you can't sign, some players come from other leagues, they play in the league and they can't adapt to the system. So I think Michael Carrick has played the Premier League for years. Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, John O'Shea, Wes Brown, Cristiano Ronaldo. So having these boys on board is going to help them. But since Mikel Arteta is going to bottle the league, don't say that, because Arsenal also have a good squad.
Yeah.
That can also win the Premier League. This season, Obia building a squad for the season. Because now Pep Guardiola is not there. But in as much as Guardiola is not there, don't underestimate the Manchester City team. Because last season, they weren't at their best, but they were still able to squeeze through, and they won two trophies at the end of the season. You know, we need the more relaxed season is started. The first 15 games, the Honorable Judge said if United have really, because last season you guys suffered, and for the first time, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I was happy for United because because you guys have been in the dungeons for so long.
You crashing me.
Because first Premier League, I cut him some fighting for Premier League. United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and the rest before some teams see BM. So having United back and playing the Champions League, because time I'm about champion, I conceded close to 15 goals. Some goalkeeper no trousers spawn. It was a mess, but this time I'm not sure squad.
Goalkeeper.
No trousers spawn. But I think you still have the quality and still the depth is there. Squad down the ball last season, no. Still a good.
Actually, for Namo GD pass United is back, but na channel Dr. Rashni and you might teach them but forget. Hey, all right, I'd like to remind you 053-715-8638. This is our WhatsApp number. When the time is due, we'll also open the phone lines. I'll bet me and now do a drink today. But me bisa Minu and the Asemino and not raising the fact that Arsenal also has a nice squad there. That brings me to the question: do you think Arsenal can defend the Premier League title like City did in the past year? United has also done that before. Apart from United and City, I don't think any other team has done it. Do you think Arsenal has that squad depth currently and then the capabilities to, maintain and then defend the Premier League title?
If I'm to go, but Arsenal, I'm torn in between what to really say, because I believe Arsenal have the squad to retain the title, but then I'm not too sure. And even if they will, I think it will be difficult. I can say that probably after Christmas, after December, I can say yes, because Mikel Arteta, just as you said earlier on, he's bottled it a couple of times and all that. Even last season, Pep Guardiola wasn't really himself, because he brought in a lot of guys to try and map up a new strategy on how to go to the title and all that. But you could clearly tell that Arteta wasn't really himself. He even won a trophy against him. So Arteta, in as much as there have been a lot of changes in the league, new coaches and all that, but I believe most of the other clubs have really beefed up their squad to really map up a challenge. And Arteta, knowing very well that Saliba is not going to start a season with him, it's a major point. He's not going to start a season with him. And if you watch their friendly against Real Betis, in that game, in the first 45 minutes, he tried about 4 different centre-back pairings in the same game. It's either he's pairing Calafiori with Mosquera or pairing, what do we call him, this other guy, Hincapie with him. And he kept rotating and all that. That shows that he's now trying to figure out the best centre-back pairing for his side. And you can clearly tell that with Arteta, his defensive structure is what got him the league. We all know how most managers were going about the fact that he only wins with the corner kicks and all that. Looking at the fact that it's going to be only Gabriel starting the league with any other centre-back pairing, I think will play a major role in deciding who actually wins the league. Other teams like Chelsea, trust me, they have a new manager and all that, but they've beefed up their squad. I hope, or I wish I could have said the same thing about Liverpool. My brother Andy is here, but then looking at how they are going about their business, like they can do something, but challenging for the title will be a bit far-fetched, if I'm being honest.
We are in a rebuilding process.
Yes. He believes what I just said. He said they are in a rebuilding phase, so I don't think they can really challenge. But I'm looking at the likes of Chelsea. If the players really gel with because trust me, I don't think Xabi Alonso is a bad manager.
Okay.
If they really gel, they can actually disturb him. So with Arteta, yes, he can. But I can say that categorically after December. For now, I don't believe it because starting the league without Saliba is somewhat something that will be a dent on their title challenge or their title hopes. Looking at one thing I would also like to touch. Last season, players like, what's his name? The guy that went to Besiktas. Trossard. Those guys are very experienced players in the league, and he has decided to let them go and brought in the likes of Cholis and all that. That guy is equally good. He has the talent, but to bring you that experience that Trossard will bring will be something that we all cannot see. And we know Martinelli, when the season goes into the dying end of the season, I don't know whether he loses gas as an asset, Wabre and all that. But do you think Cholis can bring in that experience and goals now Trossard was bringing in? Do you think he can do that?
But they also have Bruno Guimaraes.
He's only coming to beef the midfield.
Yeah.
But then with Trossard, I don't really think he really added anything special to
He did.
team.
There was a point he was scoring important goals for Arsenal.
Yes.
Even against West Ham.
I know,
He'll be
but then
really
you see,
missed.
when it comes to the Arsenal team, Mikel Arteta, when you watch his play, he doesn't really depend on his left wingers. Trust me. Like the Martinellis, the Leandro Trossard, depending on Musa. The reason I'm saying is that most of his left wingers are basic players.
Okay.
You get most of his left wingers are basic players. The likes of Trossard and Martinelli, they are both basic players. It was even recently now, or Arsenal recently now, or beefy up me central striking, bringing in Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Bebo Kakrano with Prague. So you get, I think Leandro Trossard and then Cholis they are not a bit far from themselves. The only reason, like what I'm saying, I agree with you, is that maybe Trossard has been in the Premier League for some season, he has played for Brighton, he has played for Arsenal, so he has that Premier League experience that he's going to bring to the Arsenal team. But then letting him go at this stage is a bit of a worry for the Arsenal team. But then Cholis is as equally good as Leandro Trossard. Me personally, that's why I
he's not bad.
Yeah.
To chip in, he's not bad. But to be very honest with you, before Trossard will even come to Arsenal, Martinelli was doing amazingly well. At a point in time, his numbers were even better than Saka. After the Euros that England lost, I think Saka really dipped. His form was really worrying, and I think Martinelli was carrying the team, but I think he lost a bit of, should I say, he needed Trossard to come in to give him that challenge, to give him that kick in the butt to be able to raise his standard, because at a point in time, not in a performance, no a drop. He plays the ball all right, but he doesn't convert. That was Martinelli's issue. Just as Vinicius was when he first came to Madrid. He can play everything in the world, but his conversion was very bad. So I think Trossard, don't forget Trossard has now got him. I think they made a steal with Chelsea. Chelsea was going all out for him, so Arsenal was able to make that business. And then, but he was an important or integral member of the Arsenal team. Don't take that from him.
Sure.
Don't really take that from him. So please. They have lost an important member. I believe the guy you mentioned, Cholis, I've watched his games. He has immense talent. But I'm talking about the experience Trossard brings into the Arsenal team. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. But then he can really do something. And that is also what I'm saying. Arsenal really have to do more in retaining their title. Because just as you said, on their left-hand side, unless Martinelli begins to chip in the goals and assists as he used to do, that is the only way they can really do something better.
All right. And do you think Liverpool has fallen too far behind to compete this season?
In a way, because the one leading our attack with the goals is gone. The Egyptian Pharaoh, Salah, he is the one with better numbers. But you see, one thing about Liverpool that I want people to understand is that Liverpool is a team that doesn't play with a natural number 9. If you've checked our history, we had the likes of Fernando Torres, Luis. Even Luis Suarez was more of a team player. He can drop deep, pick up the ball, and we just move forward. But I think this time around, it's more about rebuilding. And one thing about Liverpool is that it's not like United where there is pressure. But when you come as a coach, and even if you don't do it, still the team will support you. Now we need a player in the profile of Mohamed Salah. That is my problem. And we are chasing Bradley Barcola and also Mbaye. And we also understand that Tottenham Hotspur are also working to sign Cody Gakpo. So if Cody leaves, then Barcola comes, because now PSG have they've gone in for Götze from Ajax Amsterdam. So if he comes, then Barcola will come in and he can play on the other side. We also have Munoz, the Madrid youngster, alongside Rio Ingemoa, who last season, to me, I thought, okay, as the season was going bad, the coach should have given him chance to play more games.
Most of the games.
Because if you have a player like Cody Gakpo who was too predictable, it's obvious that if he has the ball, he just drive straight, then he just meets a roadblock, then he comes back. So to me, Liverpool, this season, we are not much in to compete, but we shouldn't write us off. We shouldn't write us off. People were complaining about Ronald Araujo. We know that Ronald Araujo was a mess at Barcelona, but this is England. And the style of play will suit England. England, yeah, once I said that now, will polish you. That's one thing about England. Because he has the physique, he has the strength.
Albon wants to be born totally cold.
Oh, England, one thing is about alongside Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Experienced defender. It's a mistake, you crowd cover. Look at Van Dijk's.
Not to cut you short, I watch your pre-season games.
Yeah.
Mistakes at Van Dijk, yeah. No, trust me, if you are relying on Ronald Araujo to cover for Van Dijk,
it's in the last season, I saw almost signing defenders, but I don't know what.
You signed
I
a
think
defender
Liverpool
from
has issues
Leo.
with signing, so they can't really spend much. The last I was digging into it, that is why they're like almost a short kakra about signings. It's not like it's intentional, like there's something happening within the club.
If you need free will to sign, or you don't have that, you know, like you said, maybe there are restrictions in 1 or 2 ways you can't sign players. Then you're signing Araujo, you're signing a player being signing.
Not to cut you, but with the defensive cover, I think they made signings. They have Jeremy Jacquet.
He's injured.
They have Leona.
He's also injured.
He's injured. Yes. Giovanni is injured.
I think he came in injured.
He's back now.
He's back.
Gomez is injured.
Gomez is injured.
So they made signings.
You've made signings, and then the signings, they are still injured. So why are you going to start?
And then the Premier League starts next week, and it looks like the only active,
cover.
Let's say,
Jeremy Frimpong.
No, but there was a season that Liverpool went into the season.
One of the most saddest transfer conversation ever. Jeremy Frimpong,
the fact that you are going in for Bradley Barcola, you are going in for Mbaye and the rest.
The back line.
Once you know you have an issue with the back line. That is what I'm trying to.
Liverpool have been
priority.
Yes, Liverpool.
The signings they did last season, it was panic buying.
Even with the last season signing, some are still trying to find their feet, I believe. Some of them. It's just once in a while they'll wow you, like Milos Kekes or maybe.
Coach Nakasa were born. Let me tell you this, were born because see, to make a chance, me say, Luis Diaz, who the Cody Gakpo compare Luis Diaz. So Luis Diaz, look at Darwin Núñez. Emuya Din said then you come in and improve. But I know that the defense, they have a problem. Van Dijk, sometimes Otufa, he can make mistakes. But Ronald Araujo coming in, we are going to the season with injured players with much concerns.
No, like not to you. One thing I feel is that you are going to have a very slow start of a season.
Yeah,
that is for sure.
We'll pick up.
But maybe along the line you may pick up. But Liverpool this season,
they are not challenging the title.
No, not at all.
Let's get that. They are not challenging for that.
We are playing against Newcastle. We are playing against Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Let's switch down. Fulham and then Bournemouth. With these 5 teams, Newcastle, because of the signing they've made, they signed out the players that have left the team. So I don't think
now that they are really light. Newcastle is very light.
But
Nottingham Forest, switch Fulham and then Bournemouth. Trust me, they're going to be a tougher opponent for you going into the Premier League season. How many points do you think you can pull off?
That's why I say in England it's unpredictable because the first 5 games are very key.
Yeah.
Newcastle away, Nottingham Forest home. Maybe Ipswich they be to Mashenu, but that one Kasa at the against the Tractor Boy. Last season, Shomu, that was our first game, 2 seasons. We beat them with Diego Jota. Oh, Charlie, I mean, yao. Diego Jota, Naka this season.
It is well.
Nakupa Fanny Currency.
Well.
Nako
Like,
Omwa.
Arash is really trying to sympathize with.
Oh, yeah, because me, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I know what it is.
Low-key, you don't have issues with Liverpool.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't have. And yes, Madrid
I
don't have.
Team na yama.
But one thing we know for sure is Araujo is going to really develop under Andoni Areola. That I do know for sure. Because he's quite dynamic. Utme Bon was sent out in bad right. So someone like that, you know, of course, Obeya there. But
there was a season under Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. All our defenders got injured. Van Dijk had an ACL. We played Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, and others as central defenders.
Matip was hurt.
Matip, we ended up qualifying for them. So Liverpool, when you underestimate us, that's where we turn up.
But this is Areola.
I don't doubt that. But this is Andrea Areola.
He also knows the Premier League so well. Luckily for us, he knows the Premier League so well.
With Bournemouth.
You see,
it's not with Bournemouth, but he's in England.
But if with Bournemouth and at least one not that bad, then
he's
Liverpool
good. He's
can
good.
really up his game.
I know coaches that you give them low budget, they will improve. When you give them a high budget, forget it.
that is.
But with Liverpool, there's love
Then
there
if
as
Xabi
compared
too
to
might not
Chelsea.
excel with Chelsea.
Alonso.
Then Xabi too will not do well. Then I
That's what I'm
don't,
saying.
because Dr. Rush feels like Xabi can really do a good job with Chelsea. But I feel otherwise. I think say out of all the 9 new managers, no, Xabi Beko fie first.
Because me person say Liverpool, no, it's not like United, it's not like Chelsea. Because teams be on your Juma or pressure no was through. But Liverpool, we support each other. Sound Liverpool. What Bon said then still slot. We are sure saying like a slot to Madrid. Rafa Benitez, when tried the first one, Pamuno Mukofa Zidane by. So Areola there.
But one thing we should also know for sure is that the Premier League is a league that they don't have patience. They have zero tolerance for incapabilities. They don't have time for you.
But
we thought but we thought they were going to give another year to Ancelotti.
No, he lost.
Yeah,
unfortunately for him, he lost 20 games in a season. That is bad.
That is unacceptable.
That is bad.
But then we even had conversation. Oh, they might actually allow him stay for a bit. So it was a bit of a shocker to all of us that Pamo and Slot. We did not see that coming.
I wanted him to be sacked a long time ago. See, it's not like I'm a United fan, so I would want the downfall of Liverpool.
Of course you do want it. Be honest with us. Of course you want the downfall of Liverpool.
No, the reason is that when Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, they're on their feet, they're on their toes, they keep up with whatever they are doing. They put United on their toes. They put pressure on, they put pressure on our players to also mount up and then challenge them. But then so more relaxed, yes, you're very relaxed.
So train Liverpool now, Bobo.
When you say me train Liverpool now, Bobo.
Utim no mention Liverpool.
I ain't been share Liverpool back to back.
See that.
For like 25 years now, we went to share Liverpool back to back in a season. But last time we did it.
Yeah.
No, Slot was bad.
That's what I'm saying. So Slot now.
Last season,
I knew that.
Klopp did a job for Slot. Somebody Robert have a say, so we thought, okay, Slot can do the job.
We had the issues with Mohamed Salah.
Yes.
Salah issues, so her team no. Because see, Salah a politician. There are some players on more team more. No matter what happens, you better Salah film no. You see what was happening. There been there 2 Black Queens, no. Players be over there untouchable. They don't do sack come say Kim. Like Real Madrid. Last season.
All right,
they like us a lot.
Oh, Madrid, they are the best team in the world. United from Muntia we are seeing in a team Emuya Depay Madrid.
053-715-8638. 053-715-8638. Bet me sending WhatsApp messages Eddie Afao 10 minutes one be phone lines. Well, once again, but send me chip in Serenity Haven Spa baby why Juma from Monday to Friday, Saturday wa relax say na on call na massage we chima omuye pedicure manicure na minina na chamber call Dr. Rash be call am person fan call Dr. Rash man message say oh we the mama so take care take care of everything. So doctor ajana na echa ahye sa why ntimuri abetimi na kwa Serenity Haven Spa omo oyarefa echire honum side and to omo numbers need that screen soon na ma ye na ma fa mo na mesino e wo screen so na udi omo atwetwe nkomo ni nyamnya omo ye Doctor, when is the Bema correct me a pedicure?
Oh yes.
And to bet who me a chan qua. Now what now I say Yama or many Kenya. Say chan weko. And to Doctor.
I mean, he's a Madridista, so I trust Madrid.
Madrid for near Monte Tamona Fancona. All right, our next item on the board is transfer window. How crazy are the transfer window being placed about in? Do you think say transfer window not say and not say them because yes, sign will be to say Yan Diomande for 140 million. Do you think it was necessary and all that? Andy, let me start with you. The right transfer window. How crazy do you think it has become?
It has been quite crazy though because this season has been battle for midfielders. But Yan Diomande, they know. Leipzig is a team. Sometimes you have to understand this. I said Southampton in England, Dortmund, Germany. On better players Brighton. And sell them. Brighton. It's not the best shoe team, whether you like it or not. Who they bar? Obeka said, bring this, not negotiation, no. But I think say Yan Diomande coming to Real Madrid is going to help them a lot. Because if you look at Papa Nidiadi Jose Felix Mourinho, the special one, the only special one in football. Coach, when I say the only coach why we need Champions League, why we need Europa League, as we need Conference League. Only Chelsea Penny coach.
Osi is the only coach to do that.
Of course.
Why?
To win Champions League,
Europa
and Europa League
and
Conference League. Oh, now we cannot.
A record.
The last European trophy they won was won by Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho, convince them so.
Remember they are here.
Going to compare comparing Champions League, Europa, Conference. I think you know some coaches will not even allow their team to go there.
But for crying out loud, this are European
Basa for some pay Europa, but we are playing Europa.
Don't disregard that. She said Tottenham here tapping the Europa League few same. You were gutted to the core.
You always try to.
So I'm on that.
No, and Shemi. I didn't need Europa.
You see, Naka winner Champions.
I want a cabinet move.
Jaisa. You're the only United fan. You make it so difficult to support. Even though I have a soft spot for United, make sure won't have a person who support United. I'm going to the cottages. Me go Fulham.
The mami come me Madrid as Yan Diomande, mami Chelsea will be about Mourinho. Question the career na since Oba Chelsea Porto. African players have always been the fulcrum for his success. Our Chelsea no kokofa DJ Drogba eba for Michael Essien. Of our players Kukudam eba at Inter Milan. He had the likes of Samuel Eto'o, Oba Madrid, or Sankofa Michael Essien eba. So I think say Yan Diomande Oba Madrid, this season, ebe Krabesha because we share the most of the European teams now. There's some kind of wind blowing in Europe. They sound like Shebasa more attack near sharp. PSG cross for another sharp attack about the county. Real Madrid who person fighting for trophies. You also have to go onto the market and buy players.
Is it me and I say I do think Barcelona's attack is sharp?
It is.
How so?
Gordon.
Adeyemi.
If you are looking for the top 6 pacey wingers, you can't leave Adeyemi.
Oh, you are saying pacey. We are talking about people who pace. Convert their conversion rate and factor all those things as being sharp. You can't have the ball like Gordon, now Okodupo, now like Odigapo, any Leandro Garnacho.
I don't want to catch you. I just saw a breaking news on my phone. So Ferran Torres is saying that Paris Saint-Germain are the ideal club to win the Champions League.
I think he's going to Paris.
Yeah, he's going.
He has gone to Paris. They've
agreed on the principle.
But so why is that a shock to you?
It's a shock.
No, Andre Santos.
I thought he was going to win that with FC Barcelona. Anyways, I thought
but PSG can win the Champions League again.
Let's get back on track. Dr. Rash, you are saying they have Adeyemi, they have Anthony Gordon, and then who again? Lamine Yamal, and then Rafinha. So how sharp is that attack?
No, when you say sharp, it means a different thing. But when I was giving myself, I said they are pacey.
So you don't agree with the sharp, but you agree that they've had the pace.
Sharp ends up with the productivity.
Yes, exactly.
Do they convert their chances? Do they score? That is how can you become sharp.
Okay.
So with them, Gordon, yes, he's very pacey. His scoring ability is low. Adeyemi, same, very pacey. Scoring ability is low. So they are pacey. Their attack is very pacey. Even with the likes of Rafinha. Rafinha can convert.
Yeah.
So when Rafinha is in, Lamine is in, the attack is sharp. But when you bring in the 2 new signings, they become pacey. You see, that is what Hansi Flick wants to do. He's looking for the sharp attackers this season. The fact that Rashford,
They still not signed a central striker yet. So they are going to. So if you look at their training sessions currently, what he's trying to do is playing Ademi and then Gordon left and right, and then Lamine Yamal as a false 9. That is what he's doing in his training. I wish I could get some of them. So if you are doing that against defenders like, let me say, Rudiger, who are bullies and the rest, do you think you can? I'm down.
take a different defensive profile and then we can.
Okay, let me take a defensive profile. Let me not use the La Liga because obviously they are the current champions of La Liga. Let's come to the Champions League because they are fighting for that spot. Let's take a team like AC Milan. Let's take a team like Inter Milan. With the defense setup, do you think Madrid you might have the pace and order, but when it comes to the end product, these defenders are bullies.
So with respect to still the new signings of Barcelona.
Barcelona, yes.
Okay, the honest truth is, Hansi did not really envision the fact that Ferran was leaving.
Okay.
But again, that is why I have a problem with. Excuse me, my Barca friend. I have a problem with some Barcelona guys. This is a player they really had issues with. Ferran Torres. Trust me, I've been someone who has been defending this guy when it comes to my friends when we are doing banter with Barcelona.
Yeah.
They don't like him.
They don't like Ferran Torres.
They don't like him. You understand? But now the guy is moving, and now they are realizing that they might be doing a mistake.
He's a World Cup winner.
This is a guy who have really helped them in a couple of seasons ago. You lost him, you lost Lewandowski. So now their transfer strategy is supposed to change. Trust me, Flake might be doing other adjustments in training and all that, but he really needs a centre forward.
Yeah.
He needs a centre forward.
Because they went in for Alvarez, Atletico CDB, and then they went in for Suarez, Sporting Subisu, or Mofamom. So who do you think will be the next fit for Hansi Flick?
Honestly speaking, knowing Barcelona and knowing how they go about their transfer business, I cannot tell you categorically that they are going in for this profile or this type of player until maybe a signing is announced. As we speak now, they decided to bamboozle Rodri's deal, but they still haven't been able to make payments for it, and we are still looking at them with one eye.
We are still waiting for Gordon to be registered as well. So
the financial
it's all good.
turmoil.
Yes, they have all of these problems, and then if I don't want to use certain words that maybe might sound a bit harsh to my Barca fans.
Yeah.
Serious. They would have done everything to keep Ferran Torres, honestly speaking. But then it looks like the players also made up his mind. They didn't really value him.
Do you think he felt that at a point?
He did. Because he made a statement when PSG showed
like, if you love me.
Yes.
This is the time to show it. But
then you see, this is what happens with Barcelona all this while. Even their most informed player they were supposed to project for the Ballon d'Or, they decided to project
Lamine Yamal
was Rafinha, and at a point in time they didn't even want Rafinha. Rafinha was almost gone.
Yeah.
So Flick came in.
To Flick came in, yeah.
They have they've had this problem of treating their players well. Honestly speaking, some of them might agree with me, but the most honest Barca fans
would agree with you.
Yes, they will agree with me that they had issues protecting
their
or
players.
treating their players well. And at this point in time, I think it will be a problem for Flick. Maybe, I'm not saying it will be a problem because we have Jose in our ranks and we have new players and all that.
Not at all.
It will be a problem for the coach because they are losing players that they used to be in the league. And they are losing players that they wanted to have to go for the Champions League. So they really have a problem this season. Madrid intentionally made an offer for Alvarez of 150 million euros. They knew very well that Atletico is not going to accept that deal. They knew very well. But then what we did was play the devil's advocate by increasing the value of the
players so that Barcelona cannot touch it. Because if my 150 is rejected, then you can't even bring your you have to go more and you cannot afford it.
And then that's the beauty of the transfer window now.
No.
It's about battle of money.
No.
Yeah.
That's why it's killing other teams.
No. It's like Messi's situation when Messi was leaving Barcelona. No team was ready to pay his wages.
Which teams?
If you like for instance, you beat 100. No, United, we have the money, but and you said the fact that we have the money.
Focus on your umbrella stadium. I'm sure I put in the money more into that side.
Old Trafford, the iconic stadium.
No, the new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What is then like?
It's the whole house. Listen.
Yeah, listen,
Young
I'm
your
a bit
money for-
for-
then I want to see. I see.
No,
And
no,
I
no.
say,
My big for the fellow talk.
Can I touch on the transfer news proper? What you asked me was about the Barcelona wingers.
Yes.
Can I touch on the transfer news proper?
Hold on, before you come in, let me ask another question. Nana, what is the
Your lineup. Don't.
I'm asking you a
here. I mean, I have my Kimosabe here, so you hold me down. I don't have issue. I don't have issue at all.
Yeah.
Let's
What
hear.
is the supporting me?
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Teams.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Barcelona did a
Yeah.
mistake allowing Rashford to go and then signing Gordon?
Of course.
How so?
Of course. See, I don't know why, but maybe when they say Barca a team, they are more PCC. I'm sorry to the Barca fans out there. Okay, that idea of we have to use that small thing to get a bigger result, it's really affecting you lots. Honestly, comparing Rashford to Gordon, who do you think has the better? Of course, it is Rashford. You know, it is Rashford. We saw we saw Gordon recently at the just ended World Cup. We've seen him a couple of times, and I don't think Rashford Gordon would do anything special. It was such a terrible idea, and it saddens my heart to know that you were not willing to pay 30 million euros for Rashford, but rather 80 million for Gordon. How did we even get here? How did we even get here? Trust me, Barca season, but they're going to really go through a lot this season.
Oh, but I see that Barca won't struggle that much because they still have
your first hand
Lamine and the rest.
No, your first hand attacker Rafinha is injury prone. What boy to?
Oh, but Lamine is a player to match short 3-4 players. No, Wale and Ferran Torres is also no this guy. Fermin Lopez and Lamine who do you? Lamine is a good player. He can do it.
And then you even check the reasons why they let Rashford go, and I don't even understand that age factor. Like really, age factor.
That in the
age factor, really. They just didn't appreciate him, and they wanted to take advantage of you lots by saying, okay, if you want him there, still stay on loan basis. And of course, it doesn't make sense. Because if you want me to prove myself, I did that for you for a whole season. Rashford gave crucial assists and scored crucial goals for you. So
one thing I've learned about Manchester United is that you can take it for granted in every aspect, but when it comes to financial aspect, trust me.
Exactly. So I was really happy when they were so fixed on the fact that pay this or let him come home. I really like that about United, and they are going to regret it. Trust me.
Oh yeah, they will.
Barcelona, they're going to regret it.
Tarek will use Rashford, and then they'll see, and then they should hold.
Gordon became a hot cake when he scored that. Was it 6 goals or 4 goals at last season Champions League?
I think he did well against Barcelona.
Yeah, that is it, right? But let's see how he's going to fare. Let's see how he's going to fare.
Yeah. Okay, so as we already discussing in the studios, there's a lot of things happening around the world of football with regards to the transfer windows, and I'm here on my screens. I don't know if my coordinators can really pan on the screen for us. This is not really a shocker, but then our brand friend Paul Pogba is in the news. I think his move to Monaco has been one hell of a nightmare for him, excuse my language, because today he's playing, tomorrow he's out injured. I think this preseason he only decided to train and then it resulted in him hurting again, and I think Monaco is deciding to terminate his contract because I think they need to cut their losses. Come on, he hasn't even played up to 20 games for them. I'm not sure.
He hasn't even played a match for them.
He has played a match, but then
he played I think only once.
Yeah, once in the league.
Yes.
And then
so
he left. So
I think
has been through a lot.
You have to let you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this particular man, he's been through a lot. The whole issue with his brother trying to, have a hand in his death, the whole doping case, and now coming back, he's.
So to come to what you said with his brothers and all that, do you think what they say about African spirituality really works? Because at a point in time, his brothers were saying that he goes to Africa to go and see some witch doctors to have effect on the national team and all that.
His brothers saying with those allegations, I believe.
Do you think they are working on him?
Oh yeah.
No, I think definitely.
So.
They are working.
Because we had some whole death issue, and then also after the investigation, his brother had a hand in it. That is so crazy.
Yeah,
So,
so
definitely we are working.
Pogba really needs to be. Who Mr.
He
Shite.
needs spiritual guidance.
Yeah, who Mr. Shite.
Umbra Mana.
Prophet Ashite.
Moving on.
You know I'm a prophet.
Yes.
So are you winning the Premier League?
Yeah.
No, God has not shown that.
Sawara.
Don't get ahead of the Holy Spirit.
Okay. So moving on in the news, I think in the transfer windows, Mr. Shite really touched a bit about this. Liverpool is in the news with Abraham Mufreno Araujo. I think Liverpool decided to go in for a loan deal with an option, which can be mandatory as well to sign of 55 million euros. And Fabrizio Romano actually reported on that. It's an exclusive story confirmed. Ronald joins Liverpool on loan, and as buy option clause not mandatory, worth 55 million euros is included. And he made some stuff with regards to him being excited to join Liverpool and all that. What do you think about it?
Oh, superb signing, because at Barcelona, Obeye reject. Even no a senior player because of the mistakes he committed. Captain, even against Inter Milan in the Champions League, you know. But you see, we are entering into a new season with injuries. Jamie Jacquet, Giovanni Lenny, that ACL, Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez there, he's one player that I think or special. There's some kind of favor be done this because he's a player who can play every position in that centre back. It's in but with Araujo coming in, we come through Europe and we went in for, because in here that kind of Uruguayan player, that kind of physical. Because we share Liverpool history over the years. We've had Uruguayan players, Sebastian Coates, Luis Suarez, Darwin Núñez, and now Araujo comes. I think so.
So rate this transfer.
I think I'll give it 70 out of 100.
Masa.
Mr. Chan.
Sana Mubeka United for the moon party pa.
Dr. Rai, is a money pane how on say?
The moon party.
The giant answer. Who rate the transfer we're saying?
I would rate this transfer, I would say a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
And then I would only hope that during the course of the season, we get to find the other four and add to it. Because I'm really believing that Araujo is going to excel under Andoni Areola. I mean, even talking about Barca again, there are lots of players that left Barca and now they are shining. Dembele is now a Ballon d'Or winner, a 2-time UCL winner as well, right after leaving. And I'm expecting France to have a very exceptional season at Paris Saint-Germain. So maybe things that were not working well at his time with Hansi Flick and Barca might work here, because he is likely to be a starter.
Of course.
Now that most of their defenders are injured and all of that. So I think Araujo has a very promising, not 8, but 6. 6 is fine.
But Dr. Rash, small one. When you say new teams are signing, they sign players with profile.
Yeah.
They lead the profile of a player to play for a team. Look at Ibrahima Konate. Araujo has that kind of profile.
I was about to say that.
Physique and wording, that kind of South America.
He's very fit, like he's really like a Jumano Betty.
Mr. Shite
should just watch out.
What do you think about this?
My colleagues are not getting is that Premier League is different. Letting a player like Konate go, coming in for Araujo, is a big mistake. Player like Luis Diaz going, bringing in Cody Gakpo. As we are repeating the same mistake in a different season.
But
Araujo rating this transfer,
rate it
a 4.
A 4.
4 Nikra is for the player.
We'll come back to the statement.
4 Nikra is for the player.
Not the deal.
Not the deal. The deal itself, I think, Araujo coming into Premier League, in a sense that the way he plays, but then 4 in the aspect that Liverpool is going to depend on him, and then Virgil van Dijk. Because most of their players are injured. If he's coming in to be like a backup for Joe Gomez and the rest, and the better playing in Premier League ATM. But then we also play over Barcelona. He's a bit rough. Some of the challenges he makes and all that, and yet
red card.
But only so to me, but we can also play as an auxiliary right back. You know, a my option. This South American boys, they can play. So why are you?
Okay.
You are judging based on his past mistakes. Football.
Like you said, you sign a player based on his profile. You watch his games.
We know say if best fits the job.
Meaning say Obi to say a Frimpong or also injury prone player. So we bought Araujo as right back this year. Why not be pair with Van Dijk starting of the season? Answer me that question.
Oh, that one they understand.
So
understand, but
this guy with Van Dijk. Van Dijk push now. Or your mistakes or corner or losing area draws now. Some basic attacker, a gift stock or G-ball now. a bad cow say around
That's why always who share the central defenders are. Even in the Black Stars, John Boy, number 4. Oh yeah, that kind of giddy number 4. You know, Van Dijk technically gifted, pardon me. By all means, you know, Araube cover no so height. So I don't know why you are saying this.
It's fine. Let's
good.
Let's leave that headache for the coach.
Van Dijk you lose football now, but Mr. Araube come and cover him with his height.
Tekes and Frimpong are more offensive minded than defensive minded. So you are leaving. You have been left with only Van Dijk and then Araújo. You depend on Araújo.
For now, that's how we have to play the season.
Hold on.
Let me say,
let's
United for they are going to the season to do some football never, but trust me, people are talking about the transfer, but I know what these South American boys can do. What are you saying?
Okay, so my two cents.
Way back compare Araújo.
It's fine. Don't get emotional. Don't get emotional.
No matter how bad the player is, no, when he comes in, the coach can use him. Now Dembele, no prepare Barcelona. Oba, you always need a good coach. You always need a good coach to build you.
It's okay.
I want to learn something from you. He said you need a good coach. So I trying to say, like Araújo under Hansi Flick, it wasn't good, but under Andoni, he's going to.
Okay, so what? Let me help you. What he was actually trying to mean with respect to the profile that he was saying, as you can tell, Hansi Flick was or is a coach that depends solely or highly on the high line.
Yeah, true.
And when you look at a player in this profile, he doesn't have the legs to chase back, and most often than not, he's that physical. He's not the type that plays aerial defensive game. He wants to be a man to man. And with Flick, he wants us to move forward. And then when there's a chase, hold on.
Yay!
We know Areola from Bournemouth. He doesn't play that high line. He doesn't hug the center line like Flick was doing. And trust me, if Areola didn't really establish the fact that this guy would help him in a way, he wouldn't have tried and go.
Because he had Elias Zabani.
Yes.
He had Den Huysen.
Even Senesi and all that.
Marcos Senesi were after him.
Yes. So it's fine. Let's just hope and pray that. For me personally, I need my rate. I'll give this a 6. Honestly speaking, I hope.
Madrid for the 6.
No. I hope this guy pushed through. Yeah. He's really suffering.
Based on hopes. On hopes.
When you were signing Euro, did you hope he would do better, or you had the instinct
listen. I signed Euro for a long-term project, not an immediate solution for my.
Mind you, Liverpool is also looking at that in a way. They have a 55 million euros included in the deal. You understand?
What I'm saying? To be based on our performance.
Yes.
But now then we
bringing in Euro. We didn't bring him as a main centre back.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
Hey.
So in other stories, we have Romelu Lukaku. Center, we acquired the center forward. I think
the only time he's going to change as an F-boy is when he wins a Ballon d'Or. I don't know when that is going to happen, but
I'm not sure. It's not going to happen.
His boys are never changing.
So Lukaku is in the news, and I think he's finally decided to leave Napoli. That deal didn't really go down well.
Yeah.
With him at Napoli, he's decided to cut ties and move to Fenerbahce. And I think there's this euphoria in the Turkish league this season. Most of the players are moving in there, but it's a league I don't really rate. There's a lot of.
You didn't rate Saudi Pro League, but right now they are rating Saudi.
No, you see, you should have allowed me land. The Turkish league, honestly speaking, at a point in time, or it used to be a high-profile league. No two ways about that. Even before Mourinho and the likes moved into that league, it is okay. But it is a league that is being manipulated.
Oh yeah, that one.
Match fix. Even Mourinho spoke about it.
You see,
and
so
it was so obvious.
Yes, so that has always been my problem with the league. It's not a league that
inside the image.
You understand? It's not a league that I look forward to really. Maybe
but it made some sense. Recently, I think it's after Anthony Taylor resigned from being.
He's decided to lead there. Yes.
So I think
so hopefully, with the way the guys are moving in there, hopefully the league lives up to its expectations.
It might be nice for us to watch. Yeah.
Yes. What do you think about this deal?
Okay, look at the Bishop Nyaku.
I know.
He resembles.
I watch, especially Fenerbahce.
Yeah, Fenerbahce, they are good though.
Listen.
Go and check their history. Even Ghanaian players have played. The likes of Steven Appiah, Andre Dede Ayew have. So I think Lukaku there.
it's
Beside
fine.
the baby, I will do it. Yeah, he still play at his
His
age.
respect is all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tells you that Fenerbahce is not a bad club. When you look
Oh,
at
not at
Turkey,
all. No.
I, for instance, didn't like the fact that he actually moved to Napoli. We already know the history with Napoli and Osimhen and all that. I think with their president, their club president itself, that man is a problem.
it's like Daniel Levy.
Yes, that man is a problem. So even a club that had their official Twitter page being racist and all that, I don't think some of these guys should actually move in there. And you saw how they were treating Lukaku at a point in time. He decided to move, and I think it's the best deal for him. So for me, I wish him all the best.
But even before you go, even Diego Maradona, last time I was reading an article about Maradona. He wanted to play a charity match at their stadium, and decided that they won't give it to him. He had to go and rent another stadium too. So it tells you when it comes to Napoli.
Yeah,
And
they are extremely political. But then moving forward, former Manchester United player is in the news. Fred, he's decided to cut his ties with Fenerbahce and go back to his country. He's moved to Atletico Mineiro in the Brazilian league, and I think they signed him for a fee of €2 million plus 500,000 add-ons. And Fred signs 3.5-year deal plus option to extend for one more season at Atletico. This deal, I don't think we should really talk much about.
It's the Ghana Premier League, GPL. We'll be having it's in a say maybe the year in Fatuama the GPL, because you see how the Brazilians play and they come back because their league is booming.
Brazil is America.
Yes, your league new way new sir. Then no, that's what I'm saying. That
But honestly, we do talk about.
Yes, if it's our players like Thomas Tepati or Bobo Esani contract,
but some of them tried. Some of them tried. Sule tried, and all that. It has to boil down to the fact that we really need to do much when it comes to the total package of the league.
So it's about the publicity.
Listen. What Ghanaians are not understanding is that acceptance. If you accept the fact that we can't do it, like
Ghana can do it.
Okay.
We can do it only if we change those people at the FA.
Yeah, change. Doctor.
Mr. Ashiteda,
No.
Honestly,
someone like Wolves, they know that Omut means G Premier League. But what they can do is they want to qualify and then be in the Premier League. They've accepted that fact.
Yeah.
So with you think that our league cannot get there?
It cannot get there.
Why?
Oh, doctor, Ubi Sam say why?
You know.
No, but for the first time on the show, I'm actually going to,
side with him.
agree with him.
Oh, but for me personally, I think I thank you for agreeing with him, because today he felt that we ganged against him and all that, which is not true. You just don't like the
Honestly,
truth.
let's give the flowers of the GPO today. I think last season that AFA Kakra. It
was okay with now, even with their player signings and all that.
Now it's beautiful.
It's a gradual process. Listen,
Even in Africa, I'm already done.
of
How
course,
many teams qualify for
the Champions League is one, and then the FA is one. They play playoffs, and even with the winner of the FA Cup also plays a playoff.
No, I just use it as a case study.
No, you're just hoping that one
Like
day
the way
it
it's
will
that
also
Dr. Raj spoke about the publicity, because me growing up and not every Sunday, I mean need time for European football. Me say me per local football.
Of course.
Partial
I took more time.
Yes, you hear commentary every Sunday. If say league no was sure.
Well, bet team no support you. Bet team no support you. Only that day.
Yeah, sure. Me see, as I say, if we do it well. But at the moment, we know the troubles when it comes to our football. It's not be the year, in fact, like the way I know move back.
He's just saying that he's hoping that one day.
But don't
Let's
get there.
Never say no to possibilities. It is possible.
If you don't take care, hope can kill you.
That's not true. Hope can never kill you.
Hope.
The right hope will never kill you.
Message, don't indulge me in that. Let's move
can also say pass it along. It's also possible.
So Jet Spence is in the news, and Inter Milan already agreed a deal to sign Jet Spence from Tottenham, and I think the right wing back, I think De Zerbi decided that he doesn't really like this guy, so he should look for a team. What do you think?
And then De Zerbi was like, he's not going to force a player to stay if the player doesn't want to stay. Like the same as Kuti Romero, if not got in the band, just making an end. And now Obi said Van de Ven, he wanted Van de Ven to stay. Van de Ven also wanted to stay.
And he signed.
And he signed a contract. So I know most of the coaches, that's what they deal with. If you don't want to stay, you don't stay.
That is why I'm so angry with the heads of Atletico Madrid. Like, let's Alvarez go because open pony what is an he's going to really frustrate you this season. Trust me.
That's true. If a player doesn't want to play, you just let
you have to cut him
bid for like 120 million. You can sign. Plenty players will join us.
Maybe that Alvarez of Atletico Neyemi do because the style of play doesn't suit. Team now try defensive football.
My problem with that particular conversation has to do with the player himself. You see, in football, we have to be honest. You knew Atletico Madrid before you decided to move to Atletico. You left Man City.
No, the contract.
I think he left as a desperate man because he was yearning for
a backup to Erling Haaland.
He was yearning for playing time.
I wouldn't say a clause. There was a promise that in his first season, if he wants to leave, he would allow him to leave.
And how many seasons is he in?
This is second season.
Good. And what?
So Atletico Madrid is going back on their way.
No.
Why Alvarez angry at them?
Yes, you see, in football, let's be honest, there's always that gentleman agreement, and there's what is on paper.
Yeah.
Documented. And with Alvarez,
right,
you see, let's be honest, even Atletico, trust me, they would have sold this guy. But they believe it's the Barcelona effect. What the complaints they made to UEFA and all that, it was categorically stated. Even with Griezmann, how they tapped him, promising his siblings now there. Then that's what they believe they are doing to Alvarez. Other than that, they don't think Alvarez would have even tried to go public in saying that he wants to move and all that. And I think Atletico have admitted the fact that the guy really wants to move behind closed doors. But they are doing this just to deter Barcelona in a way, because let's be frank, it is not nice.
Take advantage, Charlie.
It is not nice. They did that with Coutinho at a point in time when he was at Liverpool. They did that, and they've been doing that all the time, and it's something that really needs to be looked into. So please, let's leave Atletico. For me, I support them in what they are doing. The guy does not want to play for them. That is fine, but he has a contract.
Yeah, you're under contract.
Yes.
Then maybe after that, you can, when you're free agent, you can decide.
He has a contract.
2 years, by the way.
I think it's left with 4 more, right?
Yeah, it was 5 years plus.
But that Man City team, I also think that he wasn't ready to play as a second fiddle to
Erling
Haaland.
So you used them. You wanted to come and play regularly.
It's like he left as a desperate man because he was yearning for more. Obviously, Guardiola will not start you over Haaland.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Of course.
No coach will start you over Haaland.
So moving on. This guy, this transfer news is something a bit of Tijani Reinders. It's in the news that he's moving to the Saudi Pro League, and
you see, I saw this and I was so shocked.
The Saudi guys, the Qatar team, I think they've already decided on agreement with Manchester City. It's left with the player on player terms and all that. And I, honestly speaking, for me, before I get your mind on it, I don't think this guy deserves to go to the Saudi Pro League now.
No.
Reinders, I think Guardiola really worried this guy. What do you think about this transfer?
Yeah, Saudi,
it's too early.
It's too early because this is a player in the Italian Serie A with AC Milan. He gave 29 final third passes, more than any player before moving to.
But again, that is in the Serie A.
But inside there, I don't know.
Hope.
It's some way.
I'm telling you again, hope. See, this guy, baby, or use Kabibu. And as Kabibu now, so right now, Saudi Pro League is also projecting to the world that they are in. Staying around Manchester City is going to be a backup. No, and just like me,
Madrid.
Madrid.
What does this got to do with Madrid?
Staying at Manchester City is going to be a backup. They've signed a player of 120 million, and there's no way.
Nottingham Forest is trying to sign this guy. I don't know why he's deciding to.
That's what I'm saying. Upon Nottingham Forest now, the money is less, and they will be competing in the Premier League or competing with Premier League. Like he has,
it's quality too.
He has Premier League. He has taken. He knows definitely. You see some players, and you know that.
Tokopeska. Or Jibalondo.
Or some players they know.
Jibalondo. It's advantage me presenting you say Konako Jusika or Jinako Ofi.
But this guy. I have a question. At what point should money be the priority in your career?
At a point where clubs doesn't want you again. At a point where you know you are not. You know for yourself that you're a startup, but then clubs are seeing you as a backup. You should just move and then settle somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, but I think it's a good move for Tijani. So
Tijani,
because if you've got Crescencio Samaville or Al Hilal, and he'll be playing alongside our very own Bonsu, that young guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Obama ne passes rough. He's a very good player.
With Somerville, I believe he's just going for the money and come back.
Charlie, it's true. It's the football in the center and the Saudi Sikawa.
Coaches can't be number 2 years now.
Dr. Ashiba was this guy at Celta Vigo, Gabriel Vega.
Yeah, he moved, but he's back. He's back in Europe.
Okwaji Skawaba back to you. Tino Sane, Ode Kwajina bra. No, Fabi.
So to my arch rivals, Barcelona, they are in the they are in the news. Barcelona are set to send their third bid to Manchester City for Rodri.
70 million.
And I don't know what to say about this, but I think yesterday I saw Rodri moving back to Manchester.
Yeah.
He's supposed to report to camp, and I think even with this deal, their third bid is in around 60 million euros, and I don't even think these guys can even pay that amount. Mind you, they are not even done paying Ferran Torres' money when they sign him for Manchester City.
Even I'm told Rafinha.
They are not done paying it. So I think Manchester City is being careful or cautious with these guys, knowing how they move and all that.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also being irrational in a sense that selling Rodri, I know he's a Ballon d'Or winner, selling for 70 million, I think it's a bit.
Not just a Ballon d'Or winner.
A
He's
World
World Cup winner, a Golden Ball winner as
If you are
well.
factoring all these things in, and then a team like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why Barcelona will try and force yourself to sign a player like this, knowing categorically that miss us and you don't have the financial capability to do that.
It is the Madrid
See,
effect.
a team,
and let's
let me tell
say-
you, a team like Napoli, a team like Manchester United, a team like Inter Milan will not pay 70 million for Rodri. Not in the sense that he doesn't deserve it.
At his age.
At your age, I can't bet 2 or say 1 season on your contract. Those on bet Nasi. Actually, I'm a running out of contract. And
Then
they'll
you-
sign for free.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
But then signing somebody 2 years, I can't want the contract for 70 million at his age. And also an injury prone player.
I was about to touch
And now
on
Frankie
that.
de Jong too is out too.
That is
Frankie
why I
is
had
out.
issues with
Yes.
the Barca player that was saying
I
that
don't know who is Deco. I think Deco should be investigated.
When I can Mathieu
yes.
Alemani,
well, part
you
of-
order not
yeah.
the top player.
Deco should be investigated. Because some of the deals he's making,
It's outrageous.
So do you now
80
agree with
million
me
for Anthony Gordon
the fact
is
that
outrageous.
we didn't really go all out for this guy?
So Dr. Raj,
Last
I had issues with people that were saying that Barca is going to hijack Rodri from Madrid.
No.
Let it make sense to me. I'm sorry for my language. I mean, Perez clearly stated that these are my reasons for rejecting Rodri. 1, the age factor. 2, this man is injury prone. Right after the World Cup, Okoye surgery. I mean, chasing a 12 after 2.
mentalist.
Yeah, I
Perez
mean,
is a psychological manipulator.
He's the savior of football.
he's a politician. Oh,
Yes,
Share.
and very good.
I said he's a savior of
He's
football.
manipulating the players that Barcelona wants, putting a price tag on them. Now I'd withdraw it.
I mean, Rodri said yes to Barca because he
But
was
we didn't bid
rejected.
60.
No.
You bid 50.
And he was ready to come.
But Obama Madrid is Obe Boamu.
Yeah,
See, let's be honest.
At the moment,
Hold on.
No, please.
yes, but
Your
Barca
submission.
for them forget your mom dear
Rodri's addition to Madrid is not going to do anything.
It's going to help, my sister. I'm coming. Relax. Let me.
How?
At the moment,
Let him
at
land.
the moment, player Ben Ebani say you ball in tight spaces. You ball box to box. He's a controller. He will give you everything. But Madrid didn't so share other factors. But Obanswa in a way, Obebua. But team Biane but Barca for the
For 2 years, it's not easy. Being
my
hungry
bro.
for 2 years, you cannot afford to sign players that are injury prone. Because we're about this week, there's a whole season he was MIA at City. We cannot afford such a player at our place because we're looking for a rebuild. Though we
Yeah.
don't have the time, Charlie. Prior to World Cup, Dr. Raj, be honest with me. Prior to World Cup, were we even talking about Rodri?
No,
Prior to World Cup.
he wasn't.
Barcelona was never talking about him. It's just time that comes to you winning such, a tournament. Even with Ferran, I don't even think that Luis Enrique wanted him in the first place until he scored that winner goal for
Ferran Torres has always been underrated. It's just that people, if
Yeah,
you could use
yes,
Ferran Torres.
he has
Yeah.
been
Ferran Torres
underrated.
But also chances to do.
Chances do.
So, maybe I'm not even worried about Rodri,
All this
bruh.
Adeyemi and then Godin. Is
Oh,
that
oh,
When
yeah,
Kwakwa said Del Piero Del Piero was at the peak of his powers. Okay, when he got injured,
Deco, oh, serious.
No, but honestly speaking, with me, I think that the Rodri deal, some Madrid fans were disappointed that the guy didn't come to Madrid. They believe it would have been an upgrade to our midfield and all that. But this is Madrid that's won without Rodri. That is one. 2, Rodri is the profile that fits Barcelona more than Real Madrid. He's like the Busquets type of DMs. And when you look at Madrid, we've never had that.
Kind of.
We are used to Makelele, that type of defensive midfielders, Casemiro and all that. So the fact that Perez did not really go all out for this guy, I think he had his reasons. One being the fact that this guy was allowed, or he allowed himself to be used as a campaign strategy for his opponent. That was 1. 2, he's aged. He only has 1 year on his contract. 4, he has become injury prone in a way. And we have learned from our mistakes, because the last contract we signed, a player who had only 1 year remaining on his contract, was Eden Hazard, and it was disaster. It was disaster. So Rodri, no, it's not about Sicano.
You should spend lavishly.
Looking at Rodri, yes, he's a fine player, but politically and other aspects of the game really meant that Perez, even beginning of this whole transfer saga, you could clearly tell that Perez didn't want him. The board had to come in before he decided, okay, let's bid. And even with the bid,
Parash, how do you personally feel about it? I mean, I am in agreement that we don't need Rodri, but how do you also feel about it? Do you think that it was a bad decision of letting him go?
Okay, so with Rodri, he would have beefed our midfield. No two ways about that. But the fact that we don't have him, it's not the end of the world. Right? It's not the end of the world.
It will affect him in a way. Let me
listen. It will affect us.
I'm going to rely on Aurelien Tchouameni and those guys to play. You need football. Rodri is not only about a DM. He's a box to box. He can play in the World Cup. I agree. In tight spaces.
Correct. I agree. So I agree with you when you made that your submission.
In a way,
and that is why I said
also plays in tight spaces.
No, but what Rodri?
Hold on.
What Rodri would do for you?
Rodri, listen. If you have Valverde, you have Tchouameni, you have
Tchouameni.
Bro, let me be very honest with you.
You have Bellingham, and then you have Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva in the midfield. Who again, like tight space is better on person move.
No, but you see what Rodri style, no, that kind of Toni Kroos, moment to mark box to box. He's also a good passer. Final third.
Short passes.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let's not have this. No, let's not have this debate.
Me kasi on my long pass. Me see on my final third pass. Say you lay pass into the final third. Me kasi on long pass.
Look. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Madrid did not have this guy, or has not had this guy in their all along. You were mentioning Tchouameni and all that. I believe that these guys, honestly, if you're having a midfield of Valverde, Tchouameni, Camavinga, Bernardo Silva, Bellingham, Adagula, Thiago Pitach, you only need a good coach.
That is it.
Exactly. And you have Moreno.
You only need a good coach.
It will get to a point.
Look, we saw Rodri. Let me be very honest with you. We saw Rodri. His days from Atico, played on loan. He came to City.
If they need him, they will go in for him.
Look, I am not disappointed because the guy fits Barcelona better. So I'm not disappointed.
So you don't mind, right?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
70 million.
I don't mind.
Because they are desperate for him.
Yeah.
So they will give it to you. That is it. That is why they did.
Moving on.
Bruno Fernandes is signing 70 million in top euro.
No.
70 million. I'm telling you.
With his age, looking at his age and all that.
No, but Obama results, no. Bruno.
But see, I don't know why.
The issue is you like looking at short term.
Yes.
Now football.
How many years can he give you?
And Barca and Casa, they've had issues with it. This top signings. Look at Junior Firpo. Amu signé Alex Vidal. That kind of way. Jose Maria Bartomeu.
When they misusing
misplaced priorities.
Neymar's money. When they sign Neymar, all the clubs realize that you have 222 million euros in your account sitting and breathing. When they go in for a player, another bonus. Griezmann 120, Dembele 120. Signing Malcolm Munina. That guy is now.
Alemani time for one signing players.
You understand? So Barcelona leave them.
Something I realized about Barca is that I think when it comes to bidding, they don't know how to do their job.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have a good. They don't have a. I don't know if they are scouts, and then they are their director and everything. Like they seriously need to be.
Let's move on before
But
the
then they believe in academic
Barca fans come
That's-
attacking us that we're attacking them on the show. Moving forward, PSG, the most informed team in Europe. I think they moved on to sign Mika Götze, the Ajax guy. Official proposal has been sent and verbally accepted today. Ajax will receive package worth 55 million euros for Belgian winger. Götze agreed terms with PSG weeks ago. This is a very good guy, a very pacey winger.
I don't know why.
And all that. I think they are making smart signings.
And all those leagues, they sell these players for 55. We or Brighton and Car. One ton in Clan 80 million.
But he's a good player. oh.
No, that's what he's saying. That's what
I
he's
don't know
trying
why
to say.
he's being priced as 50.
It's the league. It's the league.
Yeah.
And also look at Ajax. No share. It's not missing. Some teams are there. They build.
No, but
So to
Ajax
sell.
itself is a good team. Coming from a team like Ajax, no, Charlie, you should not be selling this player for.
No, for some time now, Ajax has been struggling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, but he has the name. If you're a team and you have the name, trust me, your name helps.
It's like Manchester United. Let me come in. You know why? No, wait. You know why you guys are not able to sell a player over 40 million euros?
Why?
One, the club Manchester United, your standard have dropped.
Let me tell
Two,
you.
you devalue your players.
Listen, no.
You see, before you're able to sell a player high,
Listen.
You also look at the.
you have to value him.
No, listen.
This is one of
That time player being over United, I be say time on performance is very low.
The reason why we don't sell player at a higher value
Uh-huh.
is not because we've devalued. It's because United like to drain from the player before.
Now mo player ben na mo draining no pants and mo jano. Mo draining, we say mo draining na mo jano. Player ben.
Casemiro.
Look at this. I'm not expecting you to even say this.
No.
Madrid can't say me draining.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
It's not like you're draining Amaya Dino. What I'm saying,
We're making use of him.
it's not like we've made the use of him. What I'm trying to say is, if you believe the player is no use to us again, someone like Bruno Fernandes, you can easily.
So you believed the gear was no use for you again?
That is a technical error the coach made.
Manchester, you believe
you know what I'm trying to say?
Andrew Onana will not serve a purpose.
Someone like McTominay.
How much did you sell him?
No, I'm coming. Someone like McTominay. If he was there when Carrick was around, Carrick would not have sold McTominay.
There's not an issue with Carrick. It's not an issue with Carrick. It's Manchester United. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, that's what I'm trying to say. Some of the things, it's not that we don't put value on the players.
Manchester, your problem is, let me tell you, you have to do what Liverpool did under Jurgen Klopp. Accept the fact that you are not in your glory days. Accept where you are and move on. So moving on, we have Romero, Kuti Romero, formerly, should I say formerly?
He's
the
back.
Tottenham Hotspur guy. He's trying to move to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
And the medical is complete, the document signed. And this guy didn't really want to stay at Tottenham anymore. I think what do you think about it?
Yeah.
They are on the same par.
There's a Baku Champions League. And a
Bakusa flirted with relegation twice.
That's what I'm
But of
saying.
course, I think the better team here.
For him.
Yeah. I mean, from where he's moving to where.
This guy going to the La Liga under Simeone, Charlie.
Anyway, sir, Lenormand, the money.
Charlie.
Sir,
This guy go from Inter Milan.
This guy like him. He's not.
Inter Milan. Yeah.
like I said,
He's not practically the
like a Liverpool promo, they can go and bring him.
Inter Milan for me. Atletico Madrid moving from
But Inter was trying to get this guy, but they were not forthcoming.
Tottenham to.
But Dr. Rash, like a Liverpool can,
The latest.
Yeah.
Ferran.
So moving on, Barcelona, Omar Jinkwa, Spain for Jinkwa. Ferran Torres is in the news. PSG announced the deal completed with Barcelona and the World Cup winner, and he's joining for 50 million euros. Is World Cup winner in your squad? Hola. Okay. So as we move on, should we continue?
Oh, but it's like we moved on from PSG so quick. I'm happy he has left.
Okay, goes. Okay.
Helps me.
Okay. So what do you think about the deal, Ferran Torres?
I mean, if you stay, you see, I think it is a dream of every player out there to, besides the domestic, you want to win something more, continental.
Of course.
And I just told you what he said right now, that he feels
You think PSG
PSG.
can win back to back?
No, I'm winning this season, but of course, they are likely to win again. Don't dispute the fact that PSG can win the Champions League again.
Yeah, they
see,
can.
they are going to dominate for a long time.
You want to bet?
PSG for club duty, Spain for national duty as
You
well.
want to bet?
That what?
Yeah, we don't bet. We don't
We don't bet here.
We don't bet on
No, Real Madrid is winning the Champions League, but however, PSG is.
Oh, let her land. Let her land.
Me money na no anyway.
Let me tell you something. Genuinely.
Mama Kasserie.
PSG are going to win the Champions League again.
No.
Okay, thank you.
The projects they are building.
Okay.
Everybody is building.
Okay, so to our viewers.
What project?
Hello, calm down. Mr. Ashite, you should be using this energy for Manchester United.
Dr. Raj, I have a
Calm
question
down.
for Dr. Raj.
Calm down.
Dr. Raj,
Calm
I have
down.
a question for you.
Okay.
I have a question for you,
Okay.
right?
Before that, to our viewers, you can call in. Our phone numbers is on the screen: 053-715-8638, 053-715-8638. You can call in.
Yeah.
You can call in and let us know what you think about the our discussion so far in the studios.
Yeah.
So,
Dr. Raj, let me find out from you.
okay.
I think arguably EPL is the biggest league, truth be told. I mean, you cannot create
not
EPL,
arguably.
right?
EPL is the biggest.
People can still challenge with other reasons. Sorry.
It is.
Do you think, should PSG be an English club? Do you think they'd have thrived in the EPL?
So
But
yeah.
I feel like in Ligue 1, they are really comfortable.
Okay.
Because we some few clubs run Obia and Timino Mujna head to toe.
Okay.
But then you come to the EPL, Chale, international. Liverpool, they were dethroned by Arsenal. They're likely to be dethroned by different cities, likely to come back. Like it happens with the EPL. I want to find out if PSG was supposed to be an English-born club. Do you think they would have thrived like the way they are really conquering Europe?
I think they would have tried. I know you're not asking me the question, but you let me chip in. I think they would have tried. But then the consistency for over 10 years will not be there like that. That one there is true.
Okay. But how do you feel?
Okay, so personally, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
let's not underestimate the work that Luis Enrique is doing with PSG.
Beautiful.
The fact that he's been able to move from that. Hello, good morning. Udini Baby Akasafri. Pacho Bejina ye kakra na one ya kasawa in Pacho. And lower the volume on your TV set for us in Pacho. Pacho mete unka.
I work in the girlfriend.
In Pacho etio.
And let me end the program. No keep and the United fan. And I got
Mati Shiba, how can United fan their Mati?
the constant part to do it, my uncle true.
Me Pacho unkomo na one e bon me ni je ho pa, but unfortunately line ni breaki.
Wait, na send your WhatsApp message I srel. Mpacho pan, we come we there. We dey send your WhatsApp message. I was the same number na so. And na bet me agina baby correct now.
So bet me agina is no afraid so why?
Only the manufacturing.
Pacho yo me that say.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, me agina baby now afraid Bioma. You better was and I say we send a message. I'm really interested in you because you said United. Definitely we have to get you.
Martin, Mr. Ashite. So the
I
lines.
have a biased presenter in the first.
Don't worry,
See,
don't worry.
He's a Madrid fan, but on money yet so obvious. But you cannot help it.
Okay, so the lines to call are on your screen 0537158638. You can call in and let us know your suggestions. So, hello, good morning. Udini Baby Akasafri.
Yo, we're very much free. I think.
Pacho etio.
Yeah, and France also PSG in the good team, good team. It's what Travis now when you're saying we are having that 4 points. When you're in the coach,
Pacho, we are Barcelona fan.
we are trying to get a typical guy. I will win you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's no adventure.
Yo, man.
Okay. So the lines to call are still on your screen 0537158638. You can call in. And then moving to what Mr. Chan asked me earlier on with respect to the PSG subject.
Yeah.
As I was saying, we cannot honestly devalue or underestimate what Luis Enrique is doing with PSG. I think he's doing marvelously well.
Okay.
And with the kind of investments he's doing.
Hello,
good morning. Udine
good morning, boy.
Pacho Udine Baby Akasafri.
Pacho FM
Pacho etio.
That's everything.
Okay.
I like what the lady was saying.
Mr. Chan. Pacho
He was
etio.
saying that transferring to PSG that means that PSG won the Champions League again.
Okay.
And I support it because transferring to Barcelona when you good playing time so but it doesn't mean that parental PSG no. Combination we Champions League again. They only play Champions League to team to present Premier League next Champions League move ahead.
Yeah.
They beat me but other says Man you beat me up when any mad beat me up for Arsenal beat me up by yes, you know it means I am to after 3 times. It's a matter that when a new coach season, you know, ever started, yes, you know, they bring or more, you know, a Champions League. It was the chance on the agenda.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for your.
Madrid didn't support it.
Yeah, that's it. No, I didn't.
But the reason why I say PSG be winning is they still have the quality in there. The attack they have and the kind of project or more here. You talk about Luis Enrique, but there's a man behind the scenes, Luis Campos. This is a man who decided to stop playing football and invested much more into bringing young talents together. Sika PSG for say Ibrahimovic, Javier Pastor, Ezekiel Lavezzi, Obaya now see Oyen disbanded that old model. They brought in Desiree Doué, Bakola, Mbaye and the rest. To me, you know, in the modern era, only one team Penwaji Champions League 3. And trust me, PSG with the quality they have, I see them winning again.
Hello, we have a caller. Hello, good morning. Udini Baby Kasafri. Hello, sir.
Oh,
Pacho, lower the volume on your TV set. Send a bit me, no watching. Come on, Pacho, meet you. I think he's listening to himself on the telly.
Hello.
Metso on Kakasa.
Ghana Black. Maybe get another one, Mano, for better Mano,
we are having an issue hearing from our caller. I think maybe he can call in.
So that we'll be able to hear what you are saying. Yes,
Okay, so moving on, since Mr. Chan is here, I would like to talk a little bit about the WAFCON, if I'm permitted to touch about it. But before that, with the question she asked, I think PSG are doing marvelously well, and there's the possibility of them doing the three-peat. However, I believe that this season might be a bit difficult or far-reach, and it's not like they can't. They can, but then I believe this season might be.
Possibility is very lean.
I can give them 50% of winning it, and then so it's 50.
Really enough.
Yes, so
it's more than enough.
You see, football actually has to do with the philosophy that you believe in and you go in for. When you looked at how they played against Aston Villa, it wasn't marvelously played, but then they won.
PSG were lucky.
They were
not against Aston Villa. Not against Aston Villa. To win the second Premier.
Listen. To build a winning team is the ultimate philosophy, and that is what he has built. Hello. Good morning. Udini Baby Kasafri.
Martin, last time,
Pacho, may I answer now? Kind. Okay.
Torres. PSG. PSG almost said I'm number 9. Force 9. Don't call no best average.
No, so but
almost down.
Yes, Matilda can I say about who tell me? Ferran, who tell me?
Me too.
Ferran Torres on your clinical number 9. Naturally, Ferran Torres is a winger.
A winger.
Barcelona for now converting a bunny forward sometimes. So what PSG is trying to do is cause Bakola has a chance of leaving to Liverpool. It's not probably Ferran Torres, so that he can also play him as a false 9. So when they have Ferran Torres as a false 9, they have Dembele at the right wing. They have Kvaratskhelia at the left wing. And now share. That is the reasoning behind the Ferran Torres deal. What can I say?
Yeah, me too. Titi or no, some all Barcelona on home. On all person or person book 9 or person number 9.
Oh, coach, God's unique for Torres. I want to be born as typical number 9.
Maybe Italia or Italy audio or their own for free and number 9. And I'm not idea about photo typical number 9 there. You know, the family.
Okay.
You know, for say maybe on the state seems to occupy number 9 that and one family.
Yeah, that's it. No, I
But I
can
think number 9 here, he's going to get.
Yeah, that's
it.
Yeah, that's it. I think
no,
the issue with what he was trying to say with Ferran Torres, PSG has been trying to build this in a long while. He's trying to build an attack that interplays a lot. They will interchange all the time. They are not looking for a standing center for. That's why they sold Goncalo Ramos to AC Milan. And Ferran can play on the wings and also move into.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning. We didn't about Kasafri. Yamia Dumo now swear. But your man Tunka.
But you walk off. I'm but you're from France.
Patriot you. Yet you.
But you have to find out your market. Now, pretending to Angel Fernandez. We do know a Batman has a couple of.
Okay, Matty, Patro, stay with us. You better touch a little bit on it for you. Why? Okay, so to our viewers, we are taking 2 more callers, and then I think we'll be done with the calls, and then concentrate more in the studios and all that. So we are taking 2 more calls, and we'll move on. But I think moving on, I want to talk a little bit. Do you have any